Yeah. Thought, I know we were down 16-0, but I thought we tried really hard early. We just tried too hard individually, and we made 2 or 3 clean line breaks and tried to score on the next play. So we just lacked real patience. And as a footy team, we've got to learn that we don't have to score off every play. We've got to be able to grind and build, and sometimes you're not going to be at your best, but you've got to try and find a way to keep yourself in the game and fight our way back, which we did at 16-0. Maybe 5 weeks ago we wouldn't have been tough enough to do that. I don't know.
Fair comeback too, because they had a bit of momentum in that first 30.
Yeah, they did, but our plan was starve them of possession and field position, and we did the opposite. I think we completed at 40%, and they were at 100% at one stage there in the first half. So I think it was a really good effort, and I thought our middles and our big fellas done a really good job, especially at the back end of the game.
You said potentially 5 weeks ago you might not have been able to tough it out. Are you happy with the development then of where you guys have come?
Oh, to now, but we're still a long way to go. One win or one scrappy win like that's not going to get me too excited. We wanted to see it more often.
Important one in the context of the season, though. You've got to buy next week into the Tigers, just scraping into that 8th spot. So it was an important one to come back. Yeah,
every win is important. I suppose it's important for the ladder, but it was probably more important for us as a team that we make sure that we can have blokes that we can rely upon each week. And, that was our challenge tonight. And blokes at least fronted up with the right effort and mentality. And we can, we were able to rely on 17 players tonight.
Dylan Brown's first game in a long time. How did you think he slotted back in?
Yeah, look, it was always going to be hard for him in the conditions, but he done a reasonable job. He's only going to get better each week. And like I said, my expectations weren't too high for him. And so he'll be better again next week. He gets a week off after his first game, so he'll be fine.
Work on the completions of 13 he didn't complete out of 41 sets, Brad. That wasn't.
Sorry?
You didn't complete 13 out of 41 sets. It's something you want to fix up.
Oh, well, 60% completion is not good enough in these conditions, and not if we can't complete last week at 90%, or our last game at 90%, and then complete. But I don't think it was too much of fundamentals. It was more, especially early, it was more our mentality around thinking we have to score every time we touch the ball. You can't have that.
Very unusual for a coach to be sitting behind the post. What was the reasoning behind that? Over the last couple of years, it hasn't been too great looking from where the coach's box was. And the second half last year, we had a look from behind, and we had a plan about trying to get back in some tight spaces, and so. I don't know.
They get a bit of time off now, the players? They get a bit of time off?
Yeah, well, we've gone, round are we 15? So we've gone 15 weeks straight. We had quite a few of them play in the rep round last week and challenged them about backing up, and they done a really good job for us. So Junior was outstanding tonight on the back of a man of the match performance last week for his country. So we'll give him a bit of time off and get ready to go again next week.
Do you get a bit of time off as well, or what do you do with yourself?
Well, we've got to keep working, ready. We've got to find a way to try and prepare for next week.